What up? Top of the top. Back at it again. What's up? That's right. Early morning grind time. I ain't been making 7 o'clock, but y'all already know what's up. We here, we back again. We woke up to see another day. So salute to everybody. Good morning to the people. Good morning to everybody on the check-in. Everybody catching the replay. Y'all already know it's the For No Fame Live, man. Y'all know how I do. I woke up like this and I'm ready. Other than that, good morning to y'all. Happy to see y'all once again. We making it through the storm. That's all you gotta know. We making it. Good morning, all of y'all. I see y'all. What's up? Don't worry, I'm gonna run through the chat when I'm finished. Y'all know how I do. The show gotta go on. But salute to y'all for tuning in and tapping in. But other than that, I feel good today. I feel all right. Hopefully y'all feeling good too. But other than that, salute to y'all. We got some things to talk about like we always do around this time. The early bird get the worm and the early bird stay flying and stay fly. Good morning to Chicks 1000. I see you. All right. Now, what we're going to be talking about, what I'm going to touch on is tdjakes, his daughter, corajakes, was married to a man named Richard. And allegations have came out. Actually, he is locked up. Her husband, Richard, is locked up for molestation. And allegedly, he was molesting their 2 adopted children. So once again, we have a situation of wolves in sheep's clothing. Wolves in sheep's clothing. But that's what goes on nowadays. Sometimes the people with the biggest smile and act like they so nice, sometimes they the most grimiest under the costume they be wearing. Yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about that. How tdjakes, his daughter, she was married to a Chester. He was dealing with Chester behavior. He also was a wannabe. He also was a rapper, whatever. We'll be talking about that. Also, we got more updates on the Texas mass shooting. We got more updates as the days go by. You know it's going to be more information that come out. We're going to talk about that. Also, I'm going to touch on how it's a specific Secret Service agent that has been investing in manufacturing bulletproof book bags. So we're going to talk about that too, the bulletproof book bags. Yeah, sound like a moneymaker to me, but that's my opinion. Also, it has been the 2-year anniversary of George Floyd. Yesterday was the 2-year anniversary. I'm going to touch on that. Also, they saying the monkeypox vaccine was already approved by the FDA in 2019. So the vaccine for that particular virus is already in the cut. It's already ready. I'm going to be touching on that. Also, on basic lighter news, it was a traffic stop. Somebody got caught with 129 pounds of marijuana. Showing you that the fight and the war on crime is still going on. And also, a man was arrested in Manhattan, or New York City, should I say, with $20,000 worth of ghost guns. And I'm going to talk about how people forgot how Joe specifically gave millions and millions of dollars to law enforcement to crack down on crime. That is the internal war that is going on right now as we speak. Also, for those that care, Colin Kaepernick is getting an offer for another job. He get a chance to work out with the Raiders. For people that thought or feel like Colin Kaepernick was a freedom fighter. So we're going to talk about that. Yeah, and I had people mad at me over George Floyd, over the George Floyd pictures I put up yesterday. People was mad at me. Hey, it's okay. You know, I don't care if people get mad at me. So I need that, you know, every once in a while. That means I'm doing something right. But anyway, it's the Fun of Fame Live, episode 183. We're going to get down to it. So let's go. Yeah, wolves in sheep's clothing. It's the people that always portray to be the most righteous. The people that always want to put out that perfect image that they don't do nothing wrong, that they so better than everybody. They got all the answers. They know your life better than you know your life. They got the formula on how you could get closer to God and you could be righteous. But most of them ain't nothing but wolves in sheep's clothing because it's always about the dollar. Some people don't want to get that through their head. That there's some people on this planet that would do anything for money. Anything. They don't care. And they sleep good at night because that's what they do. I told you, you got takers and you got givers. When you're dealing with a corrupt church, the preacher is a taker and his congregation is the givers. And he is the one that feeds off the church. He is the middleman, cop blocking you between your relationship with the Most High. That's what a grimy preacher does. I'm not saying tdjakes is grimy. He does say some inspirational things, but so does a lot of people say inspirational things. Anybody, a bum on the corner could tell you something inspirational. Don't mean that because he a preacher with a fly suit. But we know for years and for a long time now, a lot of these preachers have been trying to be holier than thou, and they've been cop blocking, or should I say, they've been a stumbling block in between the path of people actually trying to get to the Most High. They are the stumbling blocks put in your path, and it's called the church. Now, for people that study their Bible on their own and you attend church, you actually know right from wrong. If you actually study your scriptures like you're supposed to, you know when a preacher is full of you know what. But some people, they never read the book and they go to church to hear the man recite the same book they already got. And all he does is pick and choose what he want to speak on. And he cock blocks you from getting to high levels. That's what a lot of these preachers do. Meanwhile, they give you a couple of scriptures, then they pass that plate around. And then they pass that plate around, they give you a couple of scriptures, then they give you some gospel music to jump up to. And by the time the service over with, you worked up, you hot, sweaty, tired, ready to eat, and you ready to go. And then you get home, you realize I ain't even learned that when I went to church today. That's how most of these churches work. Not all of them. Let me not say all of them. Let me clarify that. Not all churches. There is some very good churches out here, meaning the preachers, the pastors, their hearts are in the right place. They are actually trying to help people be lifted up spiritually. But on the other hand of that, it's sad that most of these pastors and preachers are in place to get money, get paid, and stop you from making it on your journey. That's most of their job. All right. And in 2022, you still relying on a church to make you a better person. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Now, I understand if you got so low and you had to fall up in the church to get right. But once you get right, you got to pick up that book on your own. You got to learn some things on your own. You can't get salvation through another man. What's popping, Wax Dog? Y'all already know. Y'all slide in if I ain't see y'all, because I'm on the grind. Salute, bro. Always supporting the homie. That's right. Anyway, we back at it again. 183. We're going to talk about these corrupt preachers and pastors that been in our neighborhoods. They all over, and they've been milking people for years. But like I said, right? Y'all know I talk about how we ain't got no leaders. Well, guess what? Your local church is supposed to be your first line of defense, your first form of leadership. How many churches in your neighborhood? How many preachers did you see come together in these hard times of misery? How many churches have you seen come together doing marches, doing work in the community, giving out food, baby formula? Now, I have seen churches help with the gas, but we already know a lot of people are going to say that's a tax write-off. But people need more than gas. People need spiritual healing and spiritual strength. How many of your preachers and pastors in your churches, in your neighborhood, mega churches, all of that, how many of your people have you actually seen putting in work on the ground? Have you seen them turn any of these mega churches into homeless shelters in the back of them? Anything? Have you seen anything they've been doing? All right, then. That's my point. For as many churches as it is, it should be way more. But we got to understand, when the lockdown came, what the first thing they did they not shut down most of the churches? Well, when they shut down the churches, not only was they slowing a lot of preachers' money up, that's not the point. They was actually shutting down the churches, in my opinion, allegedly. Part of that was because certain people had to get thrown off their path. Because certain people is not strong enough to stay on the path by themselves. They have to go to church and be around a whole lot of people to feel like they're on the right path. Get it? That's why most people, they worry about how they look, how their clothes look, their pocketbook, the man want to have a fly suit on. He want to have a church outfit that look kind of pimpish. You'll see some dudes when they go to church, their suit is similar to a pimp's uniform, a pimp suit. Because when they go into church, they go to have fun. You see, young people go to the club and some older people go to church. I'm talking about the corrupt church, the foul churches. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The ones that just let anybody in, they do anything. As long as that plate get passed around, you know what time it is. But we're talking about wolves in sheep clothing because tdjakes is supposed to be a leader of a big church. And just so happened he's in Texas, but we know that tdjakes ain't really going to do nothing but preach, write books, and do film. And tdjakes is worth $20 million. Now, I'm not saying a man can't be righteous and have that much money, but you heard about the saying about getting into heaven with all that money. That's all I'm saying. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. All right. Now I know this is very touchy. People going to get mad because some of y'all might think tdjakes is your granddaddy, your daddy. A lot of time people be looking at these people and they start thinking in their mind they family members. I know how it go. But anyway, tdjakes. Now, this don't have nothing to do with tdjakes, but it's from his tree. Now, his daughter, corajakes, is married to this man right here, Richard. And you see Richard, he looks like he wants to be a rapper. They say he actually is a rapper. Now, he's into the church. You see, he's supposed to be a bona fide Christian. You dig? Got blonde in his hair, earrings, all that. That's his business. But I'm just saying. All right? This is him right here. This who he really is right here. Now, this is a former husband because basically when she found out the allegation, she put in for a divorce quick. Now, the former husband of corajakes is the daughter of tdjakes. His name is Richard Brandon Coleman. I told you about all those weirdos with all them first names. I told you, man. Watch them people with all them first names. Richard Brandon Coleman. These are weird niggas. It's my opinion. Richard Brandon Coleman, known by his stage name as Ski Ventura. Nigga's a rapper. He want to be a rapper, but he in the church. You see what they do? He want to use the church to act like he's a good guy, but the whole time he probably want to get his rap career popping. So I'm gonna show you. This is my opinion. Now check it. Richard Brandon Coleman, known by his stage name Ski Ventura, has been arrested according to Larry Reed. Now, it was on a show called a Larry Reed Live Show where they was going into details. And they said this man right here, Richard, was arrested and booked on May 5th 2022 for allegedly molesting one of their adopted children. Corajakes and her husband, they have 2 adopted children. Richard Brandon Coleman, known by his stage name Ski Ventura, is a famous rapper from Dallas, Texas. Why are they always saying a rapper is famous when you never heard of them? Actually, they become more famous after they get locked up. I'm just showing you the pattern. Everybody's a famous rapper, but you don't hear about them until they get killed or go to jail. Now, he's supposed to be a famous rapper from Dallas, Texas. And he is the husband of tdjakes' daughter, corajakes. And they married in 2011 is when they married. But she announced in January 2022 they were divorcing. Also, a police report was filed against him after his wife, Cora, posted on Instagram claiming that she was worried about her children's well-being. Now, check this out. This is what it sounds like to me. It's my opinion. She found out about these allegations, and then she quickly divorced that man to separate herself from him. And that's why she went on Instagram. See, some people go on Instagram when some people go online and make little statements when they got guilt on them. So she seen this man was suspect and was doing certain things, and she ran to social media to make her little statements so she can make it look like she didn't have no affiliation with this man and she's going to divorce him. And I'm not saying she knew nothing about what this man was doing because, corajakes cannot be blamed for what her husband was doing. But corajakes is 34 years old, and she's a pastor, and she's also an author like her dad. She is the eldest daughter of tdjakes, who is 64. tdjakes is a preacher, author, filmmaker who was worth $20 million. That's his business. But as you see, he was grooming his daughter to be just like him. All about the money, baby. Get that money. See, these are people put in a position that know more about your life than you. They write books. They give all this advice, and their own household be turmoil. That's how it mostly always is. The people that's the biggest in the spotlight, man, they can't even control their own house. Their own family don't respect them. This how it usually goes. But this is the man she was married to. And they had 2 adopted children. Now, according to a source close to the family, Richard allegedly touched their adoptive daughter. This is the allegations. He had touched their adoptive daughter, Amari, 13 years old. The source claimed that it could be something further than that, meaning more things could have been going on. They say that it could be more than touching that was going on. But Richard was arrested on May 4th, between May 4th and May 5th. Now, the real mother of the adopted son, Jason, who was 7 years old, the real mother, she also went to social media with more accusations against the well-known couple. And the particular woman said that Cora and Richard used manipulation tactics to take her son from her. She also fears her child was harmed in the care of this particular family. So they had 2 adopted kids. And it's alleged that he was touching on both of them. The real mother of the son feels like they manipulated her to take her child. Oh, we got to keep it real. They could have bought her. They could have bought her child. She could have sold her child to them. Don't get it twisted. I told you, some people will sell their child, But her son was allegedly touched on too. And the mother of the child, the boy, has spoken out saying that basically they finessed her out of her kid. And she fears her son also has been violated. And this is the snake right here. This is the weirdo right here that's locked up for doing all the molestation. And that's tdjakes' daughter. And this is her husband, and they are the happy couple. You see, because some of these people, they all about the looks. They had a perfect image. We got the couple with the 2 kids, 1 male, 1 female. Whole time, both of the kids ain't even theirs. This dude want to be a rapper, and she call herself writing books and being a pastor. Do you see this? You gotta peep the pattern of people always acting like they so tied in with the Most High. It's always these people acting like they in the loop. They got the word of God and you don't. They got the spiritual vision that you don't see. And all they do is use it for success and to look like they celebrities. They got on all black like they at a funeral. But I'm showing you how people will sell out for a perfect image. See that? See the smile? You see the imagery of a perfect couple, but the whole time he's a Chester. And we don't know if she knew what was going on or she was turning her head or not. We don't know. Because we know a lot of time when this stuff go on, it's always one of the parents act like they don't know what's happening. Even when the kids tell them sometimes, they still don't want to believe it. And I ain't saying that's with her, but I'm just saying we talking about wolves in sheep's clothing. People that act like they so sweet, they so holier than thou. And the whole time, they might be the most grimiest people you ever met in your life. Because it's all about the money. Everybody got a price. Some people will put a price on you. But at the end of the day, somebody's walking away smiling and cashing out. That's how this works. See, they give you imagery. So you think that, oh, because they got the money. They got the big cars. They got the jewelry. They living big. They that family. We need to be like them. No. They are demonic people with smiles on their face. And for those that don't know, like they said, the devil actually knows the Bible better than a person that goes to church every week. You know why? Because they study. That's the difference. So these are the people that play the middleman between you and the Most High. They pull up to you and tell you they got the answers. Listen to me. That's why they use that microphone. You see that microphone? It puts the emphasis. It puts the depth to the word. That microphone is a magic device that could be used by a regular person. And when they put the right emotion and feeling into what they're saying, you actually start thinking it's true. And you thinking you got the Holy Ghost and you got the Holy Spirit. But guess what? Sometimes you might got a demonic spirit in you. See, people talk about they spiritual, but like we said, what kind of spiritual are you? Because there's a lot of spirits. It's even foul spirits out here. When that person acting up with the Holy Ghost, do they really got the Holy Ghost? Or is this some type of demonic behavior going on? See, these are questions you don't really know. Because if you don't know certain things for yourself and you going on with another person tell you, that person becomes your master. Because now anytime you want to feel good and you want to feel like you doing the right thing and you so righteous, you think because you walk up in a church and you get a handshake from the pastor, you think you blessed. But you keep forgetting that that's just a mortal man put in position 9 times out of 10 to lead you astray. That's why some people have been going to church their whole life and you still hearing the same story from when you went to Sunday school. You hear the same Bible stories. Bible got plenty of chapters, plenty of scriptures. You keep hearing the same thing over and over again since you went to Sunday school. You still talking about Noah's Ark and Moses in Egypt and all this other stuff. You still talking about the same thing. That man know a whole bunch of scriptures within the book. He knows Psalms. He know all type of scriptures of upliftment. All type of stuff, but he gonna keep telling you the same thing over and over, and then pass that plate. We're gonna have some words from the choir. You see, that's how they stretch out a service. See, it's a service like it's a show. You see, everybody got to play their part, and you go in, you get worked up, you get hyped up, and you leave with nothing. I'm talking about the foul churches. I'm not talking about the good churches, because you got to be specific when you're talking to certain people, because they get in their feelings. Now, I'm just saying, my point is, this man is a Chester, and it's no telling how many more people he touched on in the church. And this happened right under noses of holy people. See, this is my point. See, that's like if you're a righteous person, right? And you got a household, you run your household, you're a righteous person, you try to do everything right. You try to follow the laws of life, you just try to be a good person. You run your household. But now you got somebody in your household doing foul things, harming people from your household, and you so holy and righteous that you don't even know what's going on. You just sleep. But that's not true, because guess what? A real spiritual person, they're going to know it's certain things going on around them in their household, outside their house. Real spiritual people, they got certain senses where they know something ain't right. That is my point. So my point is, this is your husband. You so spiritual. You got the answers, but you ain't even know all this time you was married to a pedophile. Basically what you said. You ain't know you was married to a Chester. You ain't know nothing. But you so spiritual. See, why God didn't tell you that? Why God ain't give you the personal one-on-one and tell you that husband you with, he's touching on your adoptive kids. See, they know everything, but they don't know what they're supposed to know. That's my point. These are people that give people advice, relationship advice, marriage advice. You go to the church for everything. Let's go to the church, work it out. Whole time, man, they got foulness in their own household. How many times do we hear the same thing? How many times we heard about the preacher's daughter? How many times we hear about these stories? I done heard people talk about they used to hump, they done humped in the church. I done heard people tell me some of the weirdest perversions they experienced in the church. So is the church a habitat of every foul spirit now? I'm not going to say that, but all I'm saying is people need to stop looking at other people as they damn leader and thinking somebody going to help you get to heaven. That's all I'm saying. And if you call yourself changing your life and you still can't hold your own, you got to go to church and be around a lot of people to feel like you righteous and you better than other people. Guess what? You sadly mistaken. Because the Most High don't work like that. And sometimes these people you think are in position, sometimes these people are actually demons. Those are demons. What is a demon? A person is a demonic person that can shapeshift and switch and transform into other entities on you. And you think they so perfect, but the whole time, man, underneath all that, man, they so dirty. You see that? That's trying to portray the perfect family image. See that? See? So when they talk to you, you're going to think they better than you. See? Come talk to us about your household. Come talk to us about how your kids acting up in school. Come talk to us. We got the answer. See? We a perfect family. Oh, your husband cheating on you? Oh, your wife cheating on you? Y'all going through it? Come holler at us. We got the answers. We a perfect couple. You see that? That's the game. But you don't believe people get that crafty. You don't believe people get that low down. But guess what? This they OG. And he told him it's all about the bag, baby. That's why his oldest daughter, she making mistakes. And sometimes these people pay through their children. That's how it happens a lot of times. I'm not giving judgment. I'm just giving my opinions. Yeah, they say a broke clock is right twice a day. The same way, yeah, some of these preachers be speaking the truth sometimes. Anybody can say a contradictory person is going to say a lot of right things a lot. A contradictory person is always going to say some things you agree on, but they're always going to do what? Contradict themselves. That's all I'm saying. And this is not to come down on TD Jakes and his family. We going into the depths of how people worship other people and think they are perfect, and they think that's what's going to get them somewhere in life. So let's just say if it is a pearly gates, you trying to be cool with somebody else ain't gonna get you into them gates. That's all I'm saying. So TD Jakes' son-in-law married to his oldest daughter for 11 years. Nigga thought he was a rapper. He was also trying to be a rapper. His name was Ski Ventura, a rap ass nigga. Look at his face. See, that's the real him right there. See? Look at the real him. Look at him here. You see that? Fake ass family, man. The whole time he might have been touching on both of them kids. Allegedly. See that? I'm going to show you. You watch people's face. Look, that's the real him right there. See that? Fake ass nigga right there. See? Fake ass roll. She's so in love. But she didn't know he was touching on the adoptive kids. She ain't know that. That's why I'm trying to tell you, stop worshiping human beings. Stop worshiping these so-called people. They ain't nobody. Most of them are working. You see, I know how to read. You see they got on all black? You see they got on all black. Y'all know about colors and stuff like that. Out of all the colors you could pick, some people love to pick black. Black is my favorite color too. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying these are supposed to be holy people. But they like to wear black. That's what they do. All right? So this is the man right here that was arrested. And all of this happened in Texas. And we know that Texas is in the news right now for the mass shootings. Condolences to those families. But tdjakes is supposed to be a leader. That's all I'm saying. You know, I've been speaking on where's our leaders at, right? Where the leaders at? Where everybody with the clout, the voices, that everybody listen to, that got money and resources. What they doing? I'm going to say it again. How many preachers, pastors, have you seen in the past 2 years putting in work in the community? Some of y'all was going to church outside for a whole year straight, sitting in cars, under tents. All of that was part of breaking your faith. All of that was part of throwing you off course. And it also was to spank some of the preachers that been making too much money. Had to slow up their bag. But my point is, all of that, where does it get you? You still don't understand about pestilence and famine. See, the preacher, he ain't breaking that down. He ain't going to explain to you all the stuff you see that's going on right now. He going to be sitting there talking about the people in the church and how the community is this, that, and the third. They're going to just keep telling you the same stuff you already know. But they're not going to give you, when the last time, I'm going to ask any one of you that go to church or been to church, when the last time you seen a pastor or a preacher give you a Bible prophecy and break it down and illustrate it to you, a prophecy that was to come that has come to pass. They're not going to do that. You know why? Because if they do that, they're going to get their whole church shut down. Their whole job is to scream in the mic, pass the plate, and have you singing and dancing. That's their job. The good preachers, the good ones, they slip the word in on you every chance they get. And those are the churches that get shut down. You know them churches that be so small and they actually got to live off donation because the preacher got a job somewhere and he preach on the weekend. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? Those are churches that have it hard because those are the ones that actually preach the word. They don't have a what? A 501c3. All churches do not have a 501c3. That's what some people don't understand. The ones that don't have it, those are considered the small churches. Those are the churches 9 times out of 10 that preach the real word. But their church don't look as pretty and beautiful and big as the other churches, so nobody go support them. But those are the real churches. And that's why a lot of time they get shut down because they don't get no help because they don't go in accordance with what they're supposed to do. Get it? That's part of the game. So when I see this man right here, it's not shocking to me. That's his real face. Now, do that look like an innocent man that wasn't touching on kids? He got a face of anger, like he mad he got caught. You see that? Ain't nothing funny no more. See? When these niggas go to jail, ain't nothing funny no more. But before that, they want to shine. These niggas want to be fresh to death rappers like Young Thug crying because he in jail now. These niggas be crying. But I'm showing you wolves in sheep clothing. People that portray images that they perfect. They got the answers. We've been married 11 years. Look at us. You can't be married you can't even stay in a relationship for a year or 2 years. But they've been married for 11 years. So my point is, was you, all right, Miss Corajakes, was you with your husband enough to understand his patterns, his ways? Did you analyze or feel like he had a little bit of freakish behavior, a little bit of Chester behavior? Because she divorced this man and ran to social media right around the time these allegations were cooking. And now his ass is locked up and she don't want no parts to do with him. And he is accused of molesting the 13-year-old adoptive daughter named Amari. And the mother of this boy, the little boy, she says that the couple basically finessed her child from her, you know. They manipulated her to get her child from her. This is what the mother is saying. She feels like she got manipulated, and she also is scared that this man touched on her son as well. So, happy father figure, Chester behavior, sick, weirdo, pedophile. See that? All in the churches, all in the community, all in the household. But you think, remember, I already made them stop. I told people about, you better be, all right. Some of y'all still be letting them churches take y'all kids places. You don't even know where they going at. You keep trusting in all these damn churches. You don't understand. Most of these churches are a business first. They ain't nothing holy about them. It is nothing righteous about them. It's just a bunch of people that throw on suits, nice clothes, and walk around with a Bible. That's it. Some of them are so foul, you'd be surprised. But salute to the good ones. But this is about the ones that really want to do us harm. How we know they want to do us harm? Every time we turn around, they touching our kids, they doing something. Oh, not only that, how you know is what? They don't come in the community. They don't fight against nothing. They don't do enough charity work. They always taking and never giving. Those are the wolves in sheep's clothing. You got mad churches in one area. They don't even come together. You got churches be beefing with other churches. Oh, I ain't going to this church. I'm going to that church over there. While the churches don't even come together. See that? But they all talk about they work for the same person. They all talk about how they're trying to get you to heaven and get you to be so right in your ways. But even the churches can't come together. And they don't do no charity work. And we already know what? They only do it when it's what? Tax time or tax write-off. That's it. They don't do nothing. And that's what I'm sick of. They say, where do all the murderers, killers, prostitutes, and hoes and pimps go when they get old? Some people say they go to church. It is what it is. But once again, to everybody that did change their ways and did find the Lord and did, you know, take the path of trying to be righteous, respect to y'all. But we're going to talk about how it's a lot of demons and a whole lot of people in disguise, and it's a lot of predators that go within the church to prey on people. What they preying on your finances. They preying on your kids. They preying on everything you got to offer. Come make some food for the church. Go put in some work go put in some free work. Meanwhile, they driving off riding clean, and you still trying to figure out how you're going to pay the next bill. I actually seen people in a crisis go to the church to get their bills paid, and the church turned their ass down. And y'all know a lot of these churches get money to the side to help people. I seen churches not trying to help people in a crisis. I said, what is this? Mega churches don't want to help people. Man, they all about that money, man. That's it. Perfect family, perfect marriage, criminal. Man, we ain't trying to hear none of that stuff no more. That's what I'm saying, man. You pick up that book on your own and you keep your money in your pocket. If you ain't reading that book on your own and you call yourself a Christian, shame on you. I'ma shame your ass today. You know why? Because y'all be giving people like tdjakes and them too much power. and you are the sheep, and they are the shepherds that lead you astray. And you trust them with your life. And that's what you get for worshiping a man that claimed he got connections with God himself. And you got to go through him to get to the next level. Shame on y'all. Episode 183. Man, I ain't got time to play. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. I don't care if people get mad. That's all you're going to do is get mad anyway. You ain't going to do nothing but get mad. Anyway, that's the situation with tdjakes and his daughter, his oldest daughter, and her foul nigga she with. She just probably want a light-skinned nigga. You know how that go. Whatever, man. Y'all remember was a time you couldn't wear no earrings in the church and all of that. You couldn't go to church looking like that. You know that. You couldn't even have your hair like that as a man and going to church. Let's be real. Grandma made you cut that head. Mama, you had to cut that head, get that fade, get that low cut, boy. Put that suit on. You ain't know. He looking like you did. They even took the Rastafari religion and made that a mockery. Everybody got dreadlocks. Even a real true dread lived by the scripture. No scripture. Real Rasta, no scripture. There ain't nothing but fake mockeries going on out here. A bunch of niggas with dreads that don't know nothing. But hey, that's my opinion. Hey, get mad. I don't care. Now, this happened in Texas. Remember, Texas is breaking the news right now. So now we got to go back into the Texas shooter because more information has come out. And once again, let me say condolences to the people that lost their life, all of those children. This is not a game. And I'm tired of seeing a lot of people shedding fake tears on TV. They're the same people that do these fake tears every time. It's the same people doing the same thing. But anyway, now we was talking about how this 18-year-old boy, they say that he actually bought the gun on his 18th birthday. They also are saying that he was not mentally ill. They saying that he shot his grandmother over a phone bill. But this is the kicker that came out. After he shot his granny, they say he was posting step by step online what he was going to do. After he shot his grandmother, allegedly, he said, I'm about to go shoot up the elementary school. He gave a play-by-play on what he was about to do. Then they had the nerve to say yesterday that he was in the school for 40 plus minutes. So he was basically having a field day. And I spoke about this yesterday. When certain people do one petty crime, the police be on you so fast. How was this man able to shoot his grandmother, jump in the car, crash the car? Before that, he gave a play-by-play and told the world what he was about to do. Went to the school and did it. Was there for 40 minutes. Then all of a sudden, he gets taken out. I know people that have been online on the internet and gave terroristic threats and got knocks at their door. And they was just BSing around. So somebody explained to me how this man shot his grandmother over a phone bill, probably a prepaid cell phone, who knows, jumped in a whip, crashed the car, ran through the school. They said he had 2 assault rifles that he bought on his birthday. And he was given a play-by-play online the whole time and telling people what he was going to do. And he was able to do it. See that? I touched on this yesterday with this weirdo. See that? But let somebody else do something. Watch how fast they run down on you. And that's my whole point. Because part of the war on crime is in the hood. So that's how some of this stuff is getting to go on in the suburb, because all their resources and all their money is going behind locking niggas up in the hood. So they ain't worried about no suburban area, something like this happening. See that? What's actually going on, in my opinion, they picking and choosing who they want to lock up. They picking and choosing, or should I say, who they want to pay attention to. Because I told you on paper in America right now, it's people in the hood labeled as terrorists. I told you that gangs are labeled as terrorists. Shh, that's the quiet, shh, that's the quiet word. Gang equals terrorists. They terrorize the community. This is the quiet war. We got to get rid of those terrorists. I mean, those gangbangers and those drill rappers. That's the quiet war. So that's how a boy 18 years old actually able to pick up 2 choppers and take a school to war like he going to war. And it's just a school, innocent people, because they focusing on the wrong people all the time. Now, I do agree with the gun control part as far as, yes, buying assault rifles, you should be of a certain status. You should be qualified to be able to shoot them. Yeah, you should have to go to a certain class. If you're 18, you ain't ready for war. What you doing with a chopper? I get that part. That's the part of gun control I get. Not that people shouldn't be able to get guns, but people should be able to get guns through the proper training. And we know this for a fact. He bought those guns and did that, but guess what? That's the same way he could have did that with some dirty guns off the street. So I understand the gun games and all of that. We know most of the crime is done with dirty guns anyway. People that got guns in their name, 9 times out of 10, they don't want to leave no traces, but that's another discussion. So like I told you, this is the real war right here. You see that? Now you see when a person get caught with that, you labeled as a terrorist, and you're providing these guns to terrorist people. Now do you get what I'm saying? Now this is breaking news as well. I'm showing you because I'm connecting dots. Now this happened in New York City, right? The Manhattan and Brooklyn District Attorney and the NYPD have taken down a ghost gun arsenal of 20,000 worth of guns by a man who was purchasing these, or should I say a man that was manufacturing these guns. He was buying the pieces and parts. He was buying them online from March 2020 to March 2022. Once again, you'll see within the pandemic. Just wake up and open your eyes and you'll see the ghost guns turned up in 2020, the drill rap turned up in 2020, and the rapping of the switches and the automatic clips. And you did all of this with concurrent. Now what are they doing 2 years later? Locking up the ghost gun makers, locking up the drill rappers. It was an agenda. Grand opening, grand closing. But did they know this man, Ben, was ordering all this online? Maybe they did. Also, the DA in the Bronx recently spoke about how they're going to be reaching out to all these ghost gun people and making it harder on them. But that just shows you they already knew where they was coming from. So my point is, this is how they're able to label people as terrorists. That looks like something that will supply a terrorist organization. But we know these are the type of guns that are going to go to what? Gang bangers and criminals. So I'm proving to you my point on how criminals and gang bangers are labeled as terrorists. Why you think they're going so hard on Young Thug and Gunna? Because they said he had snipers, terroristic acts, saying that, oh, they terrorized the neighborhood. They put hits on people. Terroristic acts. Back in the day, it might have just been called organized crime. Now it's called terroristic acts. We can lock all their ass up, put them in FEMA camps. They anti-government. That's how it works now. I'm not saying that's what it is. This is the game that's played. See, you worried about the war overseas, but really the whole time the war is on you. That's how they moving. Did not Joe Biden come and tell you in New York alone, he gave New York City alone $30 million to fight crime? That's just New York. That's not talking about all other states. They had $1 billion budget, billions of dollars put to the side to shut down crime. When they talk about shut down crime, who are they talking about really shutting down? That's why I got to speak like this, because some people are hard-headed. I'm trying to tell you, look, this one right here, niggas ain't going to finesse this one right here. I'm talking about real talk. I was in the street as a young teenager, just like a lot of people. We've been finessing the game forever. We know how to make it through. But they got it made now where they done studied us so long. They know everything you're going to do before you do it. They know where you're going. They know after you do it, what you're going to do next. And I'm not even talking about all the people that's going to be telling and going to keep telling. I'm talking about the gathered information and the studies they did on particular people. It's called what? They was doing social analytics. It's called what? The algorithm. But guess what? They understand that human beings are an algorithm because human beings have basic patterns in which they live their life every day. The algorithm ain't nothing but a damn pattern. A pattern and keywords and key behavior. That's it. They studied your life. You, your ancestors, your elders, they studied you. And now they feel like they got the formula to break you. So that's why the secret war, it really ain't secret because Jordan came out and told you he was banging on the ghost guns. But you forgot it's not just the ghost guns. It's the people that buy the ghost guns. It's basically an attack on the hood. Remember, we was told about defund the police. Well, all you got to know is the police have been refunded. I'm talking about refunded with big amounts of money to lock your ass up. That's why you see all the jails all over. You seen in your city, your town, a lot of places, what? You got a brand new courthouse. The courthouse been remodeled. The past couple years, they've been remodeling courthouses, remodeling jails. Why? Because they know the system is about to be booming. A lot of niggas about to go on a long trip. So when you hear about people talking about the great replacement, who you think is going to be replaced? Man, I don't got to keep saying the same thing. But I'm showing you how, look, 20,000 worth of ghost guns, they let the man, or should I say this man was ordering this for 2 years straight. So let's imagine how many of these guns touched the street, did a lot of killing. But now, operation over with, now they want to lock his ass up. What else you see this same week? You see indictments. Did they not come on here and tell you they was going to watch all drill rap for everything they did? They told you what they was going to do. That's why they keep saying that people going to suffer because they just stupid. This shit is not a fucking mystery. And salute to the people that, you know what I'm saying, that salute me for keeping it real and speaking what I speak. Salute to y'all. But all I be trying to tell y'all, I'm not no guru. I'm not no nothing. I just pay attention. All of this stuff been going on, and they always tell you what they're going to do before they do it. 9 times out of 10. It's just that you always distracted and worry about dumb shit. So when the real shit happen, you ain't pay attention. They got your ass again. Just like they got, see, I learned from the mistakes of my people. I understand that. Remember, they tricked our elders. They put them to sleep and did everything. By the time we looked up, everything was messed up because we wasn't paying attention. And guess what? Back then, we just had rumors back then. How many times back in the day we had the saying, we don't make the ships. We don't own no gun factories. How the drugs getting over here? Was we not saying that for years? Well, guess what? Now we know exactly where the guns come from, and we know exactly where the drugs come from. But is that stopping niggas from doing fentanyl, even though they know it come from China? Nope. Is that gonna stop niggas from ODing and they know the drugs tainted? Nope. They ain't gonna stop niggas. Why? Because niggas gonna do what they want to do. But they told you what it is. So this is my point. The quiet war is on crime. Crime deals with criminals. Criminals get money off the books. Criminals walk around with no ID, no bank account, no job, tax-free. Some of these criminals are indulged in terroristic acts, or they are in foreign. Basically, some of these criminals, yes, they are dealing with terroristic acts. But the thing is, yeah, you got Russian mob, you got Mexican mob, you got all these other foreigners here as gangs as well. They labeled as terrorists. Why? Because they say that they are trying to cripple the country from within. They're turning everybody out on drugs, selling weapons of mass destruction. Meanwhile, they're taking the money from America and sending it back to their country. That is how it is considered treason. Then you got to look at a lot of gangs have to deal with higher up gangs. Like most gangs, they got to deal with a Mexican entity. They got to deal with a Russian entity. They got to deal with some type of foreign relationship. That's how they get labeled in the terrorist catalog, because 9 times out of 10, when you in a gang or you got a big organization, you got a what? A plug. And your plug 9 times out of 10 is from another country. And the money you spend with him, he sends to his country and destroys your country and your people. That's how you get caught in that terrorist stuff. Because some of these plugs are terrorists. Do you get it? Do you understand the warfare? Destroy America from within. How are we going to destroy it? Man, we're going to destroy it with these damn ghost guns and with these drugs. And we're going to let the gang do all the dirty work. Then when the gangs do the dirty work, we'll lock or smash on all their ass. What's the dirty work? Don't you know when crime happens in your neighborhood, it actually destroys your neighborhood? It lowers the property value. Did you not hear that a million times? Well, crime takes place. Property value goes down. People move because they're scared. And rich bankers come in and buy your whole neighborhood up. They buy your neighborhood up, then they stop crime, and then they boost the rent up and move in new people. The replacement. Do you get it? It's simple mathematics. I broke this down before, how a lot of our people did own stuff. But when crime got out of control, a lot of our property turned to shit. The value lost because crime was so rampant in the neighborhoods we was owning stuff at. Now we had to take losses. We had to sell property, lose businesses because of crime. So what they did, they bought it for the low because they know you was going to sell it, bought it for the low, cleaned up the crime, and now it's worth money. They've been doing this for years. But I'm going to say this the last time. Don't worry about what's going on overseas. All you got to understand, the war zone right here on your ass. That's all you got to know. That's all you got to know. And meanwhile, while all this going on, you see all these guns on the table, all these ghost gun parts that was going through the city of New York and all over. Meanwhile, a young boy in Texas, he able to walk in the store and buy him a gun on his birthday and go shoot up a school. See that? So I'm going to say, what does all of this have to do with this? When he bought his gun fresh out the store. But these guns went straight to the hood near you and shot up somebody's block and shot somebody by mistake and all of that. These terrorized somebody's neighborhood. And this person was able to order this online for 2 years straight. All right, now you get where I'm coming from. Next, with the same topic. A car was pulled over with 129 pounds, trying to make it through Mississippi and trying to get to Alabama. I told you, everybody's trying to go to the West Coast to re-up, and they're trying to come back east, and they're getting locked up because it's a quiet war. It's a quiet war being fought on all drug dealers, all organizations, all criminal activity. You got to look at it like this. I'm gonna show you hood economics, hood politics. This is what feeds the hood. You see them pounds? That feeds hoods. That feeds communities. That's going to buy somebody's son some new Jordans. That's going to pay somebody light bill, somebody rent. But when the plug don't make it, that means somebody going to be starving. That means the money starts slowing up. You see? That also means somebody's snitching in the organization. Because sometimes, I told you, some of these plugs are damn terrorists. And some of these plugs are the ones that set your stupid ass up too. You see? When you go to Cali to get them 129 plugs, the plug gave a tip to lock your stupid ass up. Yeah, he just bought the 129. He's headed down Route 20 right now. He's headed down Route 10. You can catch him. We're not going to catch him in Phoenix. We'll wait till he gets to Mississippi. Then we'll catch him. So it won't look suspicious. See that? Sometimes the plugs sell your ass out. Because they want to be able to keep selling their plates. And they every now and then they got to give something up. I'm going to show you the game, man. 129 pounds. That means they're not reaching their destination. This is just one example. I can show you a story every day of somebody getting caught with the mother load. You dig? And this is what's going to have the triple effect, because they know what I remember the last epidemic when Obama was in, when the gas went up to $4. This ain't the first time. I know because when Obama was in last time, I had a BMW, and I know how the prices back then was foreign change. But guess what? The only difference in when Obama had the inflation, it was more street money. It was more hustling money out here. So when that other downfall came, a lot of us, we was able to sustain through that because we was getting money. It was money coming in. So we wasn't struggling during the Obama era. I wasn't. And a lot of people wasn't, because they was hustling. Now they're making it where you can't hustle like that no more. So your bills are going to supersede your spending habits. Your bills are going to supersede everything you thought you was going to do. The trip, the vacation, the shopping spree, all that's irrelevant. But guess what? Before all this happened, they got you hooked on wearing foreign and designer clothes. Now you got a whole nother habit of spending money. You buy Yeezys. They got you on a whole nother spending bracket, which means now you need more income to keep the image going. That's when you can't do it, when the plug get caught. Now you can't go shopping like you want to. You see that? I'm going to show you the formula. This is the real war right now in America. Why? Because they understand a certain community runs off under the table bread. It's called street money, fast money. So now they cracking down all of that. People that listen to me know I've been talking this for over 6 months, 8 months. I've been telling you before all this stuff took place, because I've been seeing it. When that man came on the stage, Moneybag Joe came on the stage and told you they are pumping billions of dollars into fighting crime, that's really saying we are fighting all the black people and brown people that get street money and the poor white trash. Whoever gets street money, we coming for y'all. We tired of y'all getting under the table money and not giving it back to the country. That's my opinion. That's what they on. So you're going to keep seeing plug after plug after plug get caught. And some of these people getting caught being set up. So all you got to know is them 129 pounds, they ain't make their destination. That means somebody going to be starving. And remember, I told you, you see the indictments, you see all the drug busts, all this going to have a trickling effect. You ain't really going to see the pain till summertime comes. And when niggas can't shine in the summer and niggas' money ain't right in the summer and it's damn near 100 degrees every day, that's when you're going to see the real effects. What you seeing right now is a buildup. I told you, right now you watching a soda bottle being shaken up. It ain't hit the fan yet. That's the summertime. That's the summertime. So that's why you see all these different things. They're putting money in funds, meaning basically they also told you how they watching these highways and byways. They call the highway where the guns get transported, they call that the iron pipeline. They know all the states that these guns come from. They know all the states the drugs come from. They know all the routes you have to take. Along with 5G GPS satellite, them niggas can see when you left Cali, you know, got on the road. They following your car the whole time you on the damn road. They just pull you over when they feel like it because they already got you on satellite. How you going to transport drugs? Do you get it? How you going to transport drugs from Cali or wherever you get it from? When everything, you being tracked out. Now, don't you understand now these new cars snitch on you? The car itself snitches on you now. The car know how much fast you going. The car know everything about you. And don't what? A lot of y'all slip up too. A lot of y'all got the new cars. What else? A lot of y'all let y'all phone hook up to that car, don't you? Well, guess what? The car now got all your information. The car got your whole contact list. The car got all your text messages. The car got all your pictures. Yeah. A lot of people do that. They get in a rental car, want to transport, hook their phone up to the car because they want to hear that music. They want to listen to YouTube. Well, guess what? That car got all your information. So cars are actually going to be snitching on your ass too. But I'm showing you 129 pounds. That's just one bus. This been happening every single day. I can bring a story every day of somebody getting busted with a mother load. Either weed, pills, coke, fentanyl, dope. All you got to know, that means the hood will be starving. So I'm showing you where they be putting their resources. When Joe told you about the infrastructure, the money went to building up America and shutting down crime. That's it. Cleaning up America. So as you got choices, you got to make the right choice on what you're going to do. That's it. You might have never had to make an important choice in your life, but right now you will have to make some of the most important choices that's going to affect your whole life right now. And I'm talking about the people that get street money. And don't get it twisted. It is so many ways to make $1 now. It might not be as fast as it used to, but it's plenty of legal ways, legitimate ways to make money. It's called, you got to step your game up. Yeah, because remember, the new ways of making money, it's not a fad because the rappers ain't rapping about it. Because a lot of people don't want you to know. I'm going to say it this last time. What was Nipsey talking about before he got killed? Was Nipsey not talking a certain way? And he had to get silenced, right? Was he not talking about ways of flipping the bread? It's mad new hustles out here to get money. Remember, everything is a gamble. Everything is a chance. But it is other ways to finesse your money right now. But you are trained to all you think is flipping a pack. Look, when you go flip a pack, that's a gamble. To make it home, to move to work, that's a gamble. But it's other ways. Same way a person can invest in 100 plates. It's certain things you can invest that same money in and get a nice turnover. Guess what? It's just all digital now. It's different. Also, you got people investing in what? Legal marijuana. You got people investing in their own strand. You just got to politic with the right people and invest with the right people. It's legal ways to get money now. I'm trying to tell you what I know. So this is considered old school now. I'm trying to tell you. That's what it is. But the war is on crime in America. And if you are a criminal, you are labeled as a terrorist. They just ain't going to call you ISIS. They just ain't putting no name on. They ain't going to come out right and say terrorist, because that's going to make people get too scared. But behind the scenes, when they're in these rooms, you're labeled as terrorists. That's why, what's the first thing they say? When they come through the hood around them particular people, they say the neighborhood is safe again. The people, they're better off now, see? Because they basically saying that these individuals were terrorizing the neighborhood. When people, think about it. Look how early kids got to hear rapid gunshots, see? I ain't really hear gunshots like that till I was a teenager. Damn, I'm talking about damn near, like, you junior high school, but you gotta remember, you might have just heard one shot, pow, or pow, pow. Now you hit, kids now are traumatized. They hearing massive gunshots. That is terrorism. When a child gotta wake up in the middle of the night, they gotta wake up and get on the floor because shots going on. They don't know where that's traumatizing that kid brain. Those are terroristic acts. Same way if they overseas in Iraq and bad, whatever. Them kids wake up hearing gunshots and bombs their whole life, rocket launchers. Those are terroristic acts. So now, yeah, what before was called gang banging, blood against Crip and Latin against blood, whatever, all that gang shit, it was considered just child's play. Now they said, nah, that ain't child's play no more. Now that's terroristic behavior because they're dealing with foreign entities known as plugs. And these plugs are bringing millions upon millions of dollars to America, flooding our community, and we got to get paid. And we're going to lock their ass up. That's the name of the game. And that's what it is. So I'm telling people, be on point out here. Now, back to this monkeypox, right? They said, according to the story, salute to Miss Danielle for sending me that story. They had the monkeypox vaccine since 2019. It was already approved by the FDA. So that means what? They already had an idea that this monkeypox might really outbreak. They also are saying that certain people are scared that this monkeypox is going to cause another shutdown. Now, the key thing we got to understand is they already had the vaccine 3 years ago. So sometime if they had the vaccine, they already knew it's a possibility that this could be another epidemic. So we also got to understand when you're dealing with these vaccines are money. They are on stock markets. They have investors. And we do not know how long. We know how long it's been around, but we don't know how much money has been funneled into this vaccine. So this is my question that I'm asking, and it's just a question. Would they have been investing all this money into this vaccine and had it ready since 2019 if they didn't plan on having to use it eventually? So you mean to tell me they just came up with this vaccine 3 years ago and it's just going to sit on the shelf? Or do they plan on unleashing the Kraken? That's all I'm saying. Always watching TV. What's up? What's up, everybody in the building? So that's all I'm saying, right? Like I say, boom. We know right now, yeah, it's hype. It is actually in America right now. But they are saying that they had the vaccine since 2019, and some people of power of a certain status are worried that everything is going to go into another lockdown and it's going to be a mandatory vaccination. Now, that's why some people feel like the first C-19 thing was a test run. It was a study to see how the whole world would react. Part of it, that's what they say. Some people are saying that. But let's just say if this is official and this really starts spreading, and this is a particular sickness that you would have to shut it down because it comes from sweat. It comes from literally touching other things that people touch. It's airborne. This is more contagious. Y'all already know, for those who caught chickenpox, you already know you caught chickenpox and it was so easy you don't even know how you caught it. But you know, with chickenpox, you always hear one person got it. Next thing you know, boom. And this is 5 times worse. But my point is, what if this is the real deal? Now, remember, we made it through the last pandemic. We were shut down, but guess what? We got stimulus checks. And it happened right before tax time. February 2020. You got to remember, right after Kobe died. We made it through that one because it was money circulating. Now, guess what else? I remember the pandemic, the gas went low. The gas was low. I remember. Because remember, the gas was low and there wasn't even a lot of cars on the street like that because a lot of people, remember when it first hit, everybody was panicked. People quit. Everybody was just locked down. Nobody, you come outside, nobody be outside. Y'all remember that? Well, that's what they're saying. Well, now, if they say now, if that same lockdown happened again, it's going to be worse because now gas prices is up. Everything is up. So you can't afford now for your business to get shut down. You can't afford now to get sent home and you can't get no paycheck like that because you ain't getting no help. And they trying to say, well, this might be the situation where it's mandatory vaccination. And we already know if they make it mandatory, that's going to cause an uprising in America, period. Some people ain't going to try to hear that. That's right. She said they had a monkeypox outbreak in 2003. Exactly. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. The thing is, we just got to pray that them chemtrails ain't spraying nothing else. That's all I'm saying. So, but this is not a game, and this ain't no scare tactic. They saying that this monkeypox vaccine or this monkeypox situation, they got the vaccine, and some people feel like they already had the vaccine in play because it's about to hit hard. Now, remember when the C-19 hit, remember they had the so-called scramble for the vaccine. Well, this situation, they got the vaccine already in the cut. And I'm pretty sure it was people that had to invest in this. And I'm pretty sure they're going to want to cash out. It's just a matter of when and where and what time they're going to do it. So this to update the agenda. No, monkeypox ain't going nowhere. And I'm seeing many people. Like, I'm going to be sharing some of the stuff I be seeing, right? A lot of people that's in business, many different avenues, they are every day they're talking about the collapse, the implosion of the country. Do you know what implosion means? Like when the World Trade fell, they said it imploded. It was allegedly, well, implosion, I just say, is something that blows up from within. And they saying that America is imploding right now as we speak. I'm talking about people that got money, investments, that's taking losses and all of that. They already talking about the implosion that's taking place right in our face. And now what everybody's doing, the people that's in power or got money, you know what they're doing? All they're doing now is betting when it's going to happen. They're trying to predict when the exact crash, everything is going to unleash at one time. This is what they're watching every day. This is the real agenda. I'm telling you what it is. People watching the money, they already know. People already know it's going to crash. They just waiting to see when the crash going to happen, and they waiting to see if this whole monkeypox thing is going to really unleash. So yes, we are in some of the worst times ever. But what they tell you, they always tell you to follow the money. If you follow the money, you might start getting a clue of what's going on. That's what I was taught to do. That's what I do. I follow the money. So when I hear monkeypox had a vaccine, I already know common sense. Money was invested into that vaccine already. And the cash out is not going to happen until that vaccine is in high demand. That's just my opinion. I don't know nothing. That's just what I'm saying. So this is what's really going on right now. And when that man came into office, a lot of people already knew some of this stuff was going to take place. They already knew. That's why I told you there's people in America that's mad right now because they know they being finessed. They know they being played, and they ready to do something. So I'm going to get back to that. But the monkeypox vaccine has already been approved by the FDA. Now let's talk about the Food and Drug Administration. Some people say that food is a drug. You know food is a drug because some people hooked on certain foods and they can't stop eating it. They also say they put drugs in food. That's why you be so addicted to certain food. You can't stop. But if you notice something, the FDA controls the food and the drugs. And that's why I learned, in my opinion, that's why I know some of the foods get you sick and you're going to have to get some of their drugs. The FDA, they could, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, they all the same people. But this ain't about that. The FDA approved the vaccine. So the same people that approves the food you eat that always get recalled, like peanut butter and all of that, the same people that approve your food is the same people that approve your vaccines. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's nothing but a game. It's nothing but a game. But the same people that control your food control your drugs. That's all you got to know. And some people feel like some food got drugs in it. Just like they say back in the ancient days, sugar was a high commodity like cocaine. Sugar was cocaine back in the day. Then you'll understand about the sugar cane fields and all of that. And how sugar was just amongst the elite. The rich was able to taste the sweetness of cakes and pies and cookies and all of that. And sugar, period, was a delicacy for the rich. When cocaine first came out, did they not say it was a rich person drug? Well, back in the day, sugar was cocaine. And now sugar is still basically a drug because most people can't stop eating sweets. Sugar is pumped to your kids. It was pumped to us as kids. Sugar is a drug. Your child hooked on candy. That with that, you understand? Do you get it? We've been hooked on sugar. And you get older, you get what? Sugar diabetes. Because you ain't understand, sugar is a drug too. Some people don't get sugar, they get cravings. You know about some people, they got low sugar. They need sugar. Sugar is a drug. You see that? But it's a lot of different stuff that's chemicals they put in food to make it taste good. And you love that taste. You hooked on the taste. You're not hooked on the food. You're hooked on the taste because you don't understand a lot of that food is made in laboratories. It's experimented in laboratories. They say the same thing with bacon. They say bacon allegedly was a part of the pig that they learned to put certain flavors on, and they had to finesse that part of the pig. And they allegedly said they got a black man to taste it, and he said it tasted good, and that was the standard for bacon. And bacon is sold to this day. But bacon actually was a part of the pig that wasn't really about nothing. But you notice when you see the bacon, it's certain chemicals in the bacon that make it taste like that, and that's what people are hooked on, the taste of the bacon. That so-called smoke taste, whatever taste you hook, it's a certain chemical in the bacon that has you hooked on the bacon. Same thing with the sausages. It's certain chemicals in these foods that you are addicted to. It's not the actual food. Why you think when you eat pork bacon, turkey bacon, beef bacon, you don't like turkey bacon because it don't taste like the pork bacon, because the pork bacon got totally different chemicals in it. You hook on chemicals. Let's look at cheese. Don't you know that American cheese is the most bogus cheese on the planet? American cheese actually has food coloring, yellow 5 in it. Don't you notice why you think it's called American cheese? And nobody really eats American cheese over the planet. You got provolone, you got Swiss cheese, all the high-level cheese costs money, and they don't go bad as fast, and they're more natural. Because you was told that cheese comes from cows, right? Cow's milk. So why is American cheese yellow and all the other cheese are white like milk? Because yellow cheese, it has certain chemicals and formulas in it. That's why when you went for government assistance, they always made sure you got that yellow cheese. American cheese is the most trashiest cheese on the planet. These are facts. And it's mostly, why you think when you go to fast food, half the time the damn cheese don't melt? You ain't noticed that? The cheese be cold as you don't know what, because it won't melt. That cheese is different. That cheese is the reason why when you go someplace, you can't get nothing without cheese on it, because you hooked on American cheese. That's it. Food is drugs, all right? Anyway, we about to go back to the top. All right, now for those that just pulled up, we was chopping it up about Mr. tdjakes and his family. And we was talking about wolves in sheep's clothing. We talking about people that portray to be so righteous and they know the scriptures better than you, and they preach the word of God, and they've been preachers, and they know everything about the community. These are sometimes the most people that are predators. And I'm not talking about sexual predators. A lot of them, their predatory purpose is to get into your pockets. I'm gonna ask all y'all again, the past couple of years, how much work have you seen your church doing? Yes, some churches have been helping with bills. Some churches have been helping with food drives. But how much sincere work have they really been doing? Have you seen any pastors and preachers coming together, trying to actually put in work in the community? Or do you see them being the most quiet right now and shutting up when they see all these prophecies taking place? They see all these signs and symbols, but they ain't saying nothing. But they still want to portray to you like they got the answers and you got to go through them to get to the Lord. See that? So when we go on to tdjakes, he raised his daughter to be just like him. This is his daughter, his oldest daughter. She is a pastor, and she also is the author of books, just like her daddy told her to do. But we're going to get into the story once again for those that just pulled up. Now, this is her former husband, which is him right here, right? And she only divorced him a couple months ago. And in my opinion, she divorced him when she felt like these allegations was about to hit the fan. Anyway, this is the former husband of Cora Jakes, the daughter of TD Jakes. His name is Richard Brandon Coleman. And he's known by his stage name as Ski Ventura. The nigga want to be a rapper. Ski Ventura is his name. All right. He's been arrested according to Larry Reed, and it was on a Larry Reed live show. And this is where some of the information came out at. And they say that he was arrested and booked on May 5th. Now, mind you, he's been locked up, but they just dropped the news yesterday, and this also happened in Texas. But the information just came out yesterday. His ass been locked up for a couple of weeks. So now they decide to break the story. Anyway, this man was arrested on May 5th for allegedly molesting one of their adopted children. Richard Brandon Coleman, known by his stage name Ski Ventura, they say he is a famous rapper from Dallas, Texas. But I ain't never heard of this nigga. They claim he's a famous rapper from Dallas, Texas. And he is the husband of TD Jakes' daughter, Cora Jakes. Even though they got divorced, they got married in 2011. And they say that she announced in January 2022 that they were going to get a divorce. Also, a police report was filed against him after his wife, Cora, posted on Instagram claiming that she was worried about their children's well-being. But like I said, in my opinion, it seems like when she felt like these allegations were about to get out, she quickly filed divorce and ran to Instagram to clear her ass. That's what I feel like, in my opinion. And I broke down earlier how these people are so spiritual. They know everything. They so tied in with God, but you don't even know it's a pedophile right in your house. The Lord didn't tell you that. Your vision ain't see that this man was a weird man. Oh, but you ain't care probably because you had two adopted children and it wasn't yours anyway. Maybe you ain't pay extra close attention and God ain't put you on. But I told you, these are the people that got the answers. And this picture is to portray to the world that they are a perfect family and make you think that, oh, you a single mother. You ain't good enough. You can't raise no kid. You ain't got no family. Oh, you a deadbeat dad. You ain't no good father. You on child support. You ain't no good man. But here's a man portraying a perfect family image and he touching on kids. You see that? Just showing you a pattern. You see the fake smiles, the fake laughter of perfection, but those are wolves in sheep's clothing. And I'm going to get to that. Now, Cora Jakes is 34 years old. And she is TD Jakes' eldest daughter. For those that don't know, you should know TD Jakes is a preacher, author, and a filmmaker. He makes movies. And he's worth $20 million. And there's nothing wrong with this man doing this thing, but all I'm saying is this is not the type of man you look at for salvation or think he's going to get you closer to God or he's going to get you into heaven. Some people are so damn stupid, they actually think the bigger the church, the bigger the preacher means they blessed. Do you see the thinking of people? Oh, you thought because you go to TD Jakes church, you automatically blessed, huh? Well, check this out. This is the nigga right here that want to be a rapper. He want to be in the church, then he want to be a rapper. See that? He looks like the basic ass rapper. He got the startup rapper kit. You get it? When you want to be a rapper, it's a certain kit you got to get. And you get that kit and you become a rapper overnight. That's him trying to use the church for a rapper. So my point is this. You see her laughing and smiling, right? Portraying, they had a happy relationship. But the whole time, this nigga was touching on kids. Now, this is the point. According to a source close to the family, Richard, this man right here, allegedly touched their adoptive daughter, Amari. And she's 13 years old. The source also claimed that it could be something farther than touching, meaning sexual acts could have taken place. Now, the real mother of the adopted son, they got adopted son, adopted daughter. The real mother of the adopted son named Jason, he's 7 years old. She went to social media to make accusations against the well-known couple. She said that Cora and Richard use manipulation tactics to take her child. That's what the mother of the child said. She feels like they manipulated her. But we don't know. I'm going to just say this. We don't know. They could have gave her offer. She couldn't refuse. They could have said, don't worry, we'll take care of him, give him a better home. Here's a couple dollars, get your life in. We don't know what they did. But the mother claims that they did manipulation tactics to take her child. She also fears that her child was harmed from this man, Richard, the biological mother of the adopted boy. So my point is this. They had to adopt kids that make it look like they're a perfect family, like I said. To be a perfect family, you got to have the kids. You got to have a smile for the camera. Some of y'all don't understand about magic tricks, about the camera. I'm going to show you again for those that pulled up. You look at his face right here. You see, that's the face of a family man. That's the image. You see that? This the image of a happy married man. You see that? Now, this the face of a goddamn dirty-ass Chester right here. You see his face? That's his real face. When the cameras and the glitz and the glowing around, that's the real nigga right there. Hiding behind all of this. See that? What they say, money don't change you. Money just make you greater at what you already do. Money just, they say if you a jackass before you get money, when you get money, you're just a bigger jackass. If you a Chester before you get money, when you get money, you're just a bigger Chester. You get it? If you a person that gives to people and look out for people, when you get money, you're going to look out even more for people. That's just how it goes. Money just make you more enhanced to what you already are. If you're a good person before you get money, you get a lot of money, you're going to be a bigger good person. That's it. But this is foul niggas. And let's keep it real. A lot of these dudes be the man ones hiding. They hide in the church. They hide under the name of the Lord. They hide in the perfect image. You see, some people want the perfect image because the perfect image is the image that puts you to sleep. So when you thinking this man so perfect, you ain't gonna suspect this the same nigga sneaking in your child room at night. Or this nigga playing babysitter and he got kids sitting on his lap. You see that? Because he the perfect father image. You see that? And the woman said she feel like they finessed her son. Now we gotta think. Why did they adopt? Maybe she could have kids. Okay, I get it. Maybe they wanted the kids to already be a certain size of age to create a certain image. See, they got one to look like her and one to look like him. But they ain't even know that's not none of their kids. Now, I'm going to say it again. They was married since 2011. So you mean to tell me, Miss Cora, you didn't know your husband's behavior? You didn't know his appetite for destruction? You didn't know his appetite for sex? I'm not saying she did, because a lot of time the women don't know. Don't get it twisted. A lot of time they don't know, but a lot of time they do know. And they just act like they don't know because they're ashamed and they're embarrassed. And they don't want it to get out. The same way Catherine Jackson tried to say she ain't know what Joe was doing. You know goddamn well Joe was torturing them damn kids. But Catherine was scared of Joe, and that money was good, so she let Joe do his thing. Some mothers would turn their head because they are punks. And some mothers are grimy too. So when she's smiling in this perfect image, did she have any clue or idea these kids were being violated? And the only reason why I'm saying that, because these are the people that portray they so holy and they got the answers. Now, his tdjakes' daughter, as you see, she also is a pastor and an author. So who are you writing books to giving damn advice when you got a Chester in your own house? We don't want no advice from you. That's my point. They so spiritual. You know, they had a dream. The Lord spoke to them last night. But why you ain't had no dream and the Lord told you your husband was a Chester? They always get certain signs and visions, but they can't even see the basic stuff that go on. And why they got on all black like they had a damn funeral? Why you understand? No, because you can use the church to become a celebrity. You can use the church to get anything popping you want to get popping. That's why he want to be a rapper. She want to write books. tdjakes want to be a filmmaker. He want to do everything but get people on their way to heaven. See? It's no money in that. It's no fun in that. Just making sure people get the way they got to go. No, these are the stumbling blocks put in your place to lead you astray. These are the people that control the crowd and rock the mic. You see, TD Jake rocks the mic like a rapper, and he gets the crowd going. It's called the congregation. And when he rock the crowd, he gets you to go in them pockets and donate that bread. And that's why he's a $20 million man. Because he was able to take his gifted talents of talking into a microphone, quoting words and screaming that get people worked up emotionally, because they say that you are emotional people and all you got to do is work them emotions and you're going to jump for joy. And people like TD Jakes is the master at stroking your emotions. And he was able to take that hustle and evolve it into a book writer. And he taught his daughter the same formula, how to get paid off of people's misery and pain. You get it? He got the answers. But I don't know nothing TD Jakes done for people in modern day time. He's a leader. What has he done for people lately? What is he doing? No, it's all about the money. I told you. They're about getting their money, making sure they family straight. And then his daughter, she goes marries a Chester. You dig? And she did not divorce him until these allegations started to surface. She made sure she got away from that nigga, and they was together for 11 years. Because she ain't going to tarnish her image. That's going to mess up her money. Yeah, it's all about the money. It ain't got nothing to do with no scriptures. It's about the money. That's why I told you earlier, you go to church, you do all this stuff, you go home, you like, damn, what did I learn today? What did I get out of that? You got to go back next week. You know why? Because church is set up to be like a drug. You go there, you get high, you get lifted up, and then you go back down to nothing. During the week, you're still stressed, you're still scared, you're still traumatized, and you don't feel like you and God got no relationship. Because it's the preacher cop blocking your ass. And he's not going to tell you what scriptures you really need to read throughout the week to uplift yourself and how to empower you and your family. He ain't going to tell you that. He's going to make sure he got his family straight, but he's going to make sure your family stay where it's at. That's why some preachers in the community are gatekeepers. That's why it goes to the saying of what in every community is a what? Liquor store and a church. Sometimes they're on the same block. Sometimes they're right across the street. Why? Because the church gives out false hope, just like the liquor store give out false hope. And most alcoholics got to go to the church. And then you got some people at church, after church, they go to the liquor store. Either way, this is the black community. One hand wash the other, both hand wash the face. But at the end of the day, everybody's still dirty. It's all about false hope. This is a perfect relationship right here. See, you need to be like us. Y'all need to be like us, see? You fathers out here and taking care of your kids. You leaving these mothers pregnant. You dealing with domestic violence. This is a perfect man right here. And you see this woman, she just love her husband. She ain't no single woman. She ain't in the hood raising kids on her own. She got a perfect family. Imagery, mind manipulation, camera tricks. Whole time, this the nigga right here. This who he really is. You see how fast his face got ashy and his lips got dry? That's the real him. Because you don't understand, some of these niggas be wearing makeup. You don't get it? These niggas wear makeup, all of that. So they could be wolves in sheep's clothing. They will do whatever they got to do to put a glow on their face and make you think they heavenly people. See that? See the filters on the picture with the glow? See that? Let me show you technology and I'm going to show you magic tricks. You see how they put the glow on them, make it look like they glowing? Now look at the nigga real face. Nigga dries, I don't know what. Nigga face is like he was kissing bags of flour. A dry, ashy ass nigga, because that's who he is, a Chester. You get it? Another Chester. Disguised as a holy man, a righteous man, disguised. And just like you, TD Jakes, you so smart, you a man of God. How come you couldn't see this man was a Chester? How come you couldn't see that your wife was with a foul man? And I'm gonna say it again. How many of y'all had spiritual people in your family? You got mothers, uncles. How many times you had people in your family tell you people was foul? They told you, watch that dude, watch that girl. I don't want you playing with that little boy. It was spiritual. They seen that person you dealing with was foul. And they told you, don't bring them in my house. You see so-and-so you be with, I don't like him. You see so-and-so over there, don't bring him in my house. Did they not tell you that? Because you had actually spiritual people in your family. So If TD Jakes is the man of God that he is, why he can't see corruption? Why his daughter can't see corruption? And what the hell is y'all doing adopting other people's kids? Because I don't think they got them as little babies, but that's not my point. I understand people adopt kids. I understand that. But we also got to understand that everybody don't adopt kids with the right intentions. Some people adopt kids because they're bringing extra income. You get it? Some people adopt kids for their own reasons. But they wanted to portray the image of a perfect family. Don't that look like a stage picture? That's why you got to stop believing what people look like and what they say. It's called costumes, disguises. And that's all I'm saying. Did she know what her husband was doing? Maybe she didn't. But as a mother, it was her job to stay in tune with them kids and protect them kids and make sure they were straight. So my point is, no matter how spiritual you claim to be, no matter how many books you authorize, you can't even give a word in your own household and you don't know what's going on. Same thing with you and TD Jakes. And I'm just tired of these people being on pedestals, acting like they got the answers for the community and they know everything and they're so righteous. But the whole time they sellouts, they sign 501c3s, and their whole job is to sell your ass out and throw you off your path. They are stumbling blocks. They are wolves in sheep's clothing, and they preying on your pockets and your kids. That's what they do. Never look at this clown, and that's about it for him. He's done. And this happened in Texas, all right? Texas is trending. This is where it happened at. Now, the lighter note of things, I'm going to go into something else. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all how everything is flipping upside down, inside out. Remember, we spoke about that, how the world is getting weird, how you're going to see everything you never thought you would see, and everything is being infused. I'm going to show you something else that is weird, but it's very simple. I'm going to show you something, how we in a new world. Now, check this out. Boom. The Ritz fused with the Oreo. How many of y'all going to eat that? But the point I'm making, we are in a time of crossbreeding. They have been crossbreeding for a long time. It's called what? Fusion. Have you not been seeing all these brands merging? Have you not been seeing this soda with that soda, this candy with that candy? You've been seeing all these mergers. You also been seeing what? Sexes merge, right? Transgender, that's a transgender cookie. You get it? Yeah, it's fused together to make a whole new cookie. This is the world we in. Everything is different. Everything flipped inside out. We take salty and sweet and put it together. And they also think some Americans are so damn stupid that they're going to buy it. But I'm just showing you how the world has changed. You was raised on Ritz crackers. You was raised on Oreos. Now you live in a time they put it together. You get it? I'm just proving the point of what I say, how everything is changing. Everything you thought once was is no longer again. And the things you used to like and do, they are flipping it and bouncing it and finessing it and changing it all up. Remixing. I told you, everything is getting remixed. So when you see Oreo and Ritz come together, that's a sign of a new world, new things. Making things go together you thought would even never go together. Making things they're mixing everything up. It's also called alchemy, for those that know. You take two elements, put them together, make a whole new element. But this represents the crossbreed. This represents the transition in America. The turning inside out, the flipping and taking some natural nature and making it be something else. Do you understand what I'm talking about? This is just a representation of what they've been doing, what's going on, what time we in. Fusion. It's called fusion. Remixing. It's called a lot of different things. But they're actually doing this with human beings too. Don't get it twisted. See that? Take a man, make him look like a woman. Take a woman, make him look like a man. Sometimes change the organ parts. Take a woman, make her get implants. You dig? It's called remixing. That's the world we in. So get used to it. That's it. This ain't to critique nobody. I'm just saying we are in a time where everything has changed. So I'll keep telling you, don't be surprised at what you see in here. Things you thought you never would see in here are going to take place right now because it's called what? Strange days. It's also called what? The last days. So the same goodies and treats you seen as a kid, now you see they even being altered. Because your life is being altered and people are upside down and downside up. So that's why you're going to see stuff like this. Just showing you where the world is headed at. That's all. Just showing you a little something. I also spoke about how a man in New York City, they did a raid. He got caught with $20,000 worth of ghost gun parts. This man was ordering parts online on his computer for 2 years straight. So we only can imagine how many people died over these guns. Cheap, crappy ass guns put together. Spraying up blocks and hoods. And Joe told you it was a war on ghost guns. He told you it was a goddamn war. And he told you he gave $30 million to the city of New York just to shut down stuff like this. And guess what? That is a secret war. Because now the police feel like it's more guns on the street than we got. So we got to put in some work. We gotta get the mashing. They secretly, quietly labeled gangbangers, young drill rappers, and people in the hood that make street money. It's a quiet word, quiet law where they're labeling everybody criminal as terrorists. And behind the scenes, they say we got to get rid of all of them. In order for the Americas to evolve. You see? In order for the Ukrainians to come in and live a good life and be good and, you know, name a foreign country. We need them to be able to come here, move into this economy, get some of these apartments, keep the American look, America's a corporation. We need the American corporation to keep moving ahead. So only way we can do that, we got to get certain people out the fucking way. They don't pay taxes. All they do is kill, take. Man, we got to get them out of here because we can get some good tax-paying citizens to come in. We can get a whole bunch of people and get them some business loans, put them in school, let them come up, and we can reshape America. And we can get these other people out of here. That's why ain't no more fighting ISIS. Nigga, if you in the hood doing this activity, you the new ISIS. Ain't no Taliban, nigga. You in the hood with all these, nigga, your gang is considered the new Taliban. And for those that don't know, that is the war. And they sat here and told you they're watching every channel, every page. Law enforcement is online 24/7 round the clock. What part don't you get through your head, niggas? They telling you what it is. They showing you what it is, and they ain't gonna stop because guess what? They got finances behind it. That means people getting paid overtime to lock your ass up. People getting paid overtime, double time to stay on your ass investigating. Nigga, they got money and budgets for all of this stuff now. That's why I keep telling you, nigga, you ain't gonna escape now. And not only that, they got more money to pay confidential informants. They got more people on the payroll. Nigga, they got so many snitches, it's ridiculous. You ain't gonna make it. And some of these plugs are telling. Don't you understand how it works? Same way this person got caught with 129 pounds. They thought they was going to move these plates. They thought they was going to go down a nice, quiet back street. Every day I'm going to make a report on how much of a big bust they just made. And they knocking off everything. Because they know this money is coming from the plug. The plug is a foreign entity 9 times out of 10. Is the plug not a foreign man? Well, that foreign man comes from another country where that money goes back to. So that man or the plug is considered an anti-American, which makes him a terrorist because he's stealing money from America, sending it back to his country and flooding the Americas with drugs and toxins. And yes, they do know about some of these plugs because some of these plugs work for the government, allegedly. Some of these gangs work for the government. They are sanctioned to do what they do. Why you think some of these gangs can do so much crime for so long and them niggas will never go to jail, get indicted? You just not hearing the MS-13 getting indicted. Some of them. The gangs buy from the plug. The plug might be a Mexican. It might be a Russian. The gangs re-up from the plug. That is the terrorist connection right there. along with the guns in the arsenal. I said it earlier. That's why Young Thug, no matter how much money he got, they jamming him up because they label him as being down with a gang / aka they saying Young Thug is a leader of a terrorist organization. Period. That's what they trying to say. That's why they try to throw the sauce, saying that man has snipers put on roofs and snipers around him wherever they went, and they calling people like Gunner his commander. You see, that's terrorist talk. They were terrorizing Atlanta, allegedly. Get it? We know it's bogus. We know it's hyped up. But now this is what they're doing. They are labeling gangsters, gangbangers, criminals as fucking domestic terrorists. And my point is, money is pumped into it. So now guess what? Now all law enforcement got to do their job because they in a hot seat. They've been paid extra bread to lock niggas' ass up. That's why you see indictments heavy. And it's not going to stop. This is called politics. That's why you're going to see in your hood, if you ain't got that card or you ain't able to get it from the legitimate plug, you're going to see your weed slowing up. Or the weed you get going to be straight trash. I told you this. You ain't going to be able to pump no more packs of weed. Your shit going to be trash. Because by the time it get to you, it's going to be old. If it get to you. And then if it do get to you, your ass gonna get taxed. Because everything is going up. Remember, a half for those that smoke that gas, a half an eighth was $20. Now you got niggas out here trying to charge $40 for a half an eighth. Price is going up. Anyway, inflation, you know what I'm saying, in the economy, inflation on the street. But this person got caught with 129 pounds trying to move them plates from the West Coast to the East Coast, and their ass got caught right in the middle on their way through Alabama. You get it? Same thing. All of those routes are being watched. They're watching them for drug activity. They're watching all these routes for the iron pipeline, meaning those guns moving on the interstate. So I told you, the war is in America right here. And while they locking niggas up, the so-called white people, they fighting the government. They fighting the government because they claim they put out monkeypox and they feel like they playing with our bread and giving our money to Ukraine. Man, there's too much stuff going on. But all you got to know, I said it again, it's my opinion, the war is on the hood. Anybody who make tax-free dollars, the war is on you. That's all you got to know. I don't care if you scam. I don't care what you call yourself doing. All you got to know, if you don't pay taxes and you don't have legit money, it is funds being pumped to catch your ass and put your ass away. That's all I can tell you. So the choice is what you do with it. Everybody live their own life. But that's that, right? I touched on everything. And I'm about to get out of here. You dig? But like I said, you watch for niggas like this. You watch for them niggas that try to be so perfect. Man, nobody perfect. But it's always the ones that try to be so perfect. They always give you that image of perfection. That most of the time they be the foulest people on the planet. All I'm going to tell you is watch over your damn people. I keep telling you that. Watch over your kids. Watch over everybody. Nigga, look at everybody with a side eye till they prove you wrong. Man, that's how it works now. You can't take nobody for granted. Because it's the person with the perfect smile that's going to do you dirty. All because they're trying to be so clean. Man, they the most, I'm telling you, that's how it works. So that's why they're called wolf in sheep clothing, because they act like the sheep. They act like they're so humble. They act like they're the most closest to God. But the whole time they got a pitchfork behind their back. So we got to learn the patterns. And I'm about to get out of here. You see this man portraying a family man image? You see this man portraying the perfect husband. Now you see this man for who he really is. That's the real him. Do you see the demon in his face? That's all I'm asking you. Does it look like the face of an innocent man? Or do you see the demon in his face? Don't be stupid. What you see. All right. This nigga is a shapeshifter. That's what he is. Any person that's a snake with demonic behavior is a shapeshifter, because they can transform on your ass quick. See that? That's all I'm telling you. You see they got on all black like they had a damn funeral. They got on all black for a reason. Because a lot of them be tapped in with other shit. And they be in the church acting like they got the answers. So that's my point, Miss Cora. We don't want to read none of your books. All you need to do is worry about your husband and make sure them kids are straight. And that lady said that y'all finessed her out of her child. Y'all manipulated her to take her child. Now, I ain't going to put that on you because y'all might have paid that woman outright for a child and she might have took the bread and regret it now. She might have did. I don't know. But all I'm saying is y'all ain't no closer to God than a roach. That's it. Period. That's my opinion. Hey, you get mad, you curse me out if you want to. I don't care. Salute everybody for tapping in the building. Everybody that came through to show support. Even the haters. Salute to y'all too. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the all notification bell. And don't forget to leave a comment if you got a real opinion. And you don't have to agree with me. You see, I don't care. But I do holler back. So you got to know. Like yesterday, I had people mad at me over George Floyd because I posted a picture. I said, was George Floyd high or not? I would just ask a question. Some people said, doesn't matter. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry you look at George Floyd as your hero. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you was trained to look at George Floyd as your uncle. I'm sorry you was taught, or in your mind, you think y'all some kin. But I just asked a question, all right? You'll show love to George Floyd, but if you go on your block and a man that look like he ain't got nowhere to stay, you won't even give him $1. You see that? Y'all want to pick and choose who y'all care about. A lot of time y'all only care about who the news told you to care about. That's another thing. Hypocrites. That's all I'm saying. So my point of bringing up George Floyd is yesterday made the 2-year anniversary for George Floyd's death. And almost approximately 2 years later, a mass shooting happened in Texas. So those days will forever be connected. But George Floyd died on May 25th, 2020. So that's a hell of a coincidence. And that's all I'm saying. Now, do we feel a certain way about him because he said mama? Because he screamed for his mama and we seen it? I really want to know what makes us so entwined with George Floyd. Was that how it was designed to be? Who knows? That's a question we'll never figure out. Other than that, salute to the chat. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all got to stop getting mad. Y'all be getting too mad, man. People be getting mad for no reason, man. Stop getting mad like you know these people. You don't know them. You be quick to go hard for people you don't even know. You always accepting who's on the damn TV. They give you somebody on the TV, you embrace them quick. Like that's your family in your head. You really think that. Don't feel bad. I used to think like that too. I did. Then I grew up. Yeah. When I was young, I used to think certain rappers was my family. I used to think that was my uncle and shit. I used to think they was my big bros. Yeah. That's the thinking of a child. You still looking at damn celebrities and you still looking at people on TV. You got to remember, and then the people that you embrace are selected. See, they handpick these people, put them in front of a camera, and you accept them every time. We know people get done worse than George Floyd every day. It's been happening, but for some reason, we just taught the train to be hooked on George Floyd. That's it. That's it. What happened to Trayvon Martin? Why we don't feel the same way about Trayvon, we feel about George Floyd. See that? That's all I'm saying. And all the rest of them. See? Pick a name. But out of all the names, you train to worry about George Floyd more than everybody else. See that? 2 first name nigga. That's all I'm saying, man. But that's my opinion. I'm just talking nonsense. Don't pay me no mind. All right? Shout out to the chat. What's up, Sassy? Miss Jackie. Good morning, Miss Jackie. The Chicks 1000. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. We about to start the day off right. Wax Dog. We already know we out here again. I done did my thing. I cooked this morning, episode 183. Hopefully everybody got some food for thought. You got something. Like I said, I ain't really got too much time to play right now. I got things to do. But you know I'm going to pull up. Salute. Creativity inspires the youth. Salute. And let me make this clear. Oh, I ain't see this neither. Salute. Thanks for the donation, Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg. I appreciate that donation. Thanks a lot, family. Thanks for the donation. But like I said, right, the main thing I want to do is salute all the people that be shouting me out, that be bigging me up, that really appreciate what I do. I do this for y'all. Don't get it twisted. I do this for the real people that acknowledge what I do and understand we on the same page. And you know it. You know, all I'm doing is telling you some of the stuff you already know. I'm just confirming some of the stuff. I'm just connecting some of the dots, but I ain't talking nothing new. But I'm just saying salute to the people that go out their way to give me my respect and give me salute. You know what I'm saying? Give me, I ain't going to say a pat on the back, but the people that acknowledge what I do. You got people that'll see what you do, know what you do, but they won't acknowledge it. You see? I know about that too. Like, I know people that watch me and they don't want to acknowledge me. And I even see people use some of my shit. I know I motivate some of y'all, but guess what? I ain't mad at y'all. I ain't mad at all. But I'm just saying, salute to the people that go out their way to show acknowledgement, because that show you are a real person and that what? You have no ego and that you are a person that is very compassionate and you have love for other human beings. See? When you go out your way to acknowledge somebody doing something right, that's a good person. A person that'll see you doing something good and turn their head, act like they don't see it, that's a wicked person. That's a hater. That's a person that got their own fucking issues. So some people always going to act like they don't see you, they don't hear you, they don't know what you're doing. But guess what? That's how it's supposed to be. Only the people that fuck with you, the people that appreciate you are the ones supposed to show you respect and embrace you. That's how it's supposed to be. And that's how I love it. And I told you, for those that pulled up, I built this brick by brick. I actually know damn near everybody that supports me. I can't speak on those in the bushes, but the people that support me, they support me. It's because of the work I put in and what I do, what I bring to the table. That's it. I ain't no better. I ain't special from nobody else. That's it. I'm telling you, when I pull up, I just be me. I ain't got to promote. I ain't got to put on no show. I ain't got to put on no act. I ain't trying to tell you, listen to me, believe me. I ain't trying to fucking brainwash you to hit no fucking like button. I ain't got to do all that. I just come on, be me, and I go. That's it. I don't care about no numbers. I don't care about no YouTube check. I come on here and be me because guess what? It's easy for me to do. That's how when I check out, I holler at y'all. And I salute y'all for always letting me know when I'm on the right path. And I also salute some of y'all that admit or say when I go too far. I respect y'all too. Because everybody got an opinion. Don't think it's people that don't try to check me in a comment. I don't block them and I still holler back. These people try to check me. These people come for my neck. But I'm not an emotional bitch ass nigga, so I don't care. And I still will acknowledge you. You know what? You right. Or whatever. I respect that. But I still got my opinion. You got yours. And another person's opinion ain't gonna make me cry. It don't hurt me. That's just me. So that's it. For No Fame Live. I ain't gonna talk your head off episode 183, but I had to take the time out to acknowledge the real. I'm gonna take time to acknowledge the real. When you pull up, this where the real connect at in the morning in the AM. Go do what you do. You check out what you check out. But when you come here, just understand this. My people that rock with me, we family. And other than that, we on the same frequency. So I do what I do. Everybody do what you do. And I wish everybody success in life. Period. Ain't no hater in my blood. Some of y'all hate on yourself. And you're going to be your own worst enemy. You're going to be your own destruction. You're going to be your own downfall. You don't even need no help with that. That's just what it is. I told you, some of us are born and some are sworn. Some of us already got it. Some of y'all trying to get it. That's life, though. Many stars in the sky. Some will always shine brighter than others. There's nothing you can do about that. And I told you, everything is about to come down to credentials, not money. Money is not the G-Pass no more. money applied to fake it till you make it era. Now your credentials is your G-Pass in life, period. So yeah, you can have an internet persona, but that shit ain't a real persona. You could be the biggest online and the smallest in real life. You could be the biggest in real life and be the smallest on the internet. You see that? Because I showed you that's the world we living in. We living in a world of deception. I'm going to just show you through some damn cookies and snacks. Everything you see ain't appear to be what you think it is. That's the point I'm making. You see that? Everything ain't what you think it is. We in the world of chaos. This represents chaos. What? When sugar and salt comes together, it makes a whole new entity. It's called chaos. Organized chaos, because it was organized and put together in a factory. But if you was in a crib and you dropped half a cookie and half a Ritz and they came together, that would be something considered a mistake, because they got mixed up in a pack by mistake in the bag or whatever. It would, you know what I'm saying? This is organized chaos, where they take two foreign things that don't go together and put them together and sell it to you. And you buy it. The same way you buy a lot of nonsense, the same way you think a lot of stuff is real, people real, you buy it, you go for it, you get finesse, and you accept it. That's the same way I'm trying to tell you how people are going to put their own self in their own misery. People are going to pay for their own destruction, their own downfall. That's it. And I'm out. That's it. Nothing else to say. It's closed. Salute to everybody. American Links. What up? All y'all here. Salute to y'all. Guess what, y'all? Tomorrow Friday. So we made it through another week real quick. That's it. OG Circle Gang. What's up? I'm only sticking around for the family. That's it. Jada. What's up, Jada? Thank you too. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the support. I'm telling y'all, I be getting real motivation. That's why I be like, nah, I gotta pull up. I got real supporters. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all support me real heavy. And I appreciate y'all, and I definitely love y'all. Understand that. Other than that, man, I ain't gonna talk your head off. I'm about to get out of here. You know? So for you cookie monsters and you people that think shit a joke, you keep playing and keep snacking. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna be lunch for somebody else. That's all I'm gonna tell you. The war's on, monkeypox out here. People taking losses and L's. You just make sure you don't take a loss. You stay healthy. You stay well prepared and be war ready. That's it. Other than that, this entertainment, Fun No Fame Live, episode 183. We did it again. I'ma holler at y'all tomorrow. You know how I do. And watch for them wolves in sheep's clothing. I'm out.